So that was a video of Stacey Abrams that a lot of people have been, bringing up. And Stacey Abrams, I want you to hear what she says about reparations, but I want you to also hear the other group there she's attaching to reparations in her conversation here. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Do you believe that black people should receive reparations?
I believe African Americans and Native Americans are entitled to reparations. We are the two communities who were legally disenfranchised from the inception of this country, and we are the two communities who had legal structures that were put in place for such a long period of time that our ability to achieve and access opportunity at a level that was commensurate with the rest of America was just not available.
Now, it's quite interesting that she said Native Americans. Now, I remember I heard Joe Biden saying the exact same thing. He's actually the first person I said, well, if anybody get reparations, it should be, African Americans and Native Americans. It's never black people can get anything on their own. But there is a Native American woman that actually addressed this, and she addressed this so spot on. Brothers Free, put that up. So you have a Native American woman by the name of Kim Tallbear. She said Biden and other clueless white Dems need to stop bringing Native peoples into the reparations convo. We have treaty and other rights. Reparations is not our avenue. They show their historical and legal ignorance while trying to deflect from black people's demands. But look, she said that we have a treaty and other rights. Yes, Native Americans get money every year in the billions. She's saying that don't be adding us to reparations because we got ours already, basically. And the same model that Native Americans receive their payments, black Americans can receive it because they already have a program in place. So it's okay to give Native Americans something every year in the billions, but not black Americans. Many people could say, well, the Trail of Tears is so long ago. It had nothing to do with that. Why should they be getting anything? Why? I mean, they could bring the exact same arguments for Native Americans like they bring the black Americans. But this is the finesse with Native Americans. If you go look at most of these, federal recognized tribes, they're not, quote unquote, Native Americans. They're Elizabeth Warrens claiming to be Native Americans so they can finesse the bag. Understand? Because you remember in the history about $5 Indians, where white people pay $5 to get put on the Native American rolls so they can get all them federal funds, or they've been finessing to get federal money all the way around. We know this. Trust me. If they also get reparations for black people, they'll be finessing, trying to figure out ways to say they black. I know how they get down. They tell you not to get no money from the federal government. They condemn you when you get welfare food stamps, but they getting welfare and food stamps and all kind of federal set asides. And nobody calling them welfare kings or lazy or anything else, right? Hello, Brett Favre. But this Native American woman saying keep us out of it. So Democrats, stop adding them to it. When they telling you we already get ours, that's black people's issue. They need to fight. Stop deflecting. Black people need reparations. They need that. And the reason why the Democrat Party is looked at more for it is because black people have been giving their votes to the Democrat Party for more than 50 plus years. And what have you gotten out of that? I always say, what have we got for the last vote that we gave them in 2020? What have we gotten? Surely it seems like everybody else got something out of the deal except black Americans. Now you have the election coming up in Georgia with, Stacey Abrams and Governor Kemp. And it's kind of interesting that when I see Stacey Abrams rallies, she don't have a whole lot of people there. There's not a lot of people enthusiastic about her. I think she had more of a chance to win the first time she ran than now because she was riding the wave of everything that was going on in that time period. Same thing with Warnock. He was riding the wave of the George Floyd protests, why people came out to vote to get him in there. But as we saw in that debate, and we covered that on the Phillip Scott Audio Experience podcast, I mean, his debate was so horrible. He let Herschel Walker pin him in a corner multiple times about him lying, basically. He let Herschel Walker pin him in a corner for not answering a direct yes or no question. I never seen somebody in my life won't answer a yes or no question, talking about everything else but yes or no. Especially when they ask Warnock about, hey, if Biden runs in 2024, would you support him? Yes or no? Oh, I ain't thought about it. Okay, well now we talking about it. Would you support him if he runs in 2024? Yes or no? Well, I'm just focused on this race. I'm like, wow, Warnock, you couldn't even say yes or no. It was a simple answer, brother. That deceptive politics that a lot of Democrats like to do. Herschel Walker answered every answer yes or no. That's what made Warnock look so bad in that debate. Now, Stacey Abrams, oh yeah, she's definitely a better speaker than Herschel Walker by a long shot. I'm not saying that Stacey Abrams isn't a smart lady, but the problem with Stacey Abrams is she just too ate up on those people talking points, the Democrat talking points. I just wish they would just say, you know what? I know my people. I got to address them, and I'm going to get off of those talking points and address them and win this race the right way by addressing the people, not just following a script. Because all these Democrat politicians are literally following a script. You know what they're going to say before they say it. And that's what makes you not relatable to nobody. You're not relatable to the everyday black person. That's another reason why black people don't want to vote for you. You're not addressing inflation. You're not addressing the economy. And then when you talk about reparations, you're adding a group who already get their reparations in the billions every year. So shout out to Kim Tallbear for, putting that tweet out, a while back to say, hey, don't be trying to put us in anything. We got our treaties. We got our rights. Reparations is for black Americans. Stop using us to deflect. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think about, Stacey Abrams here. We have the election coming up in Georgia. Do you plan to vote for Stacey Abrams? Yes or no? We'd definitely be glad to hear that conversation. And also, before I wrap this up, it is not my job to tell you what candidate to vote for, what party to vote for. That is the decision for you to make. Because I was seeing some comments that people saying, well, you don't ever tell us who to vote for. No, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I won't. I will tell you some things that I see with particular candidates that I'm not really liking, but I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. See, I believe that you should use your mind to make your own decision. I'm not the other media companies that's trying to guide you and say, hey, vote for this candidate, vote for that candidate. What I would say is I believe all black people should be registered to vote. I believe all black people should have a driver's license. I believe all black people should have a passport. And I believe all black people should have their Second Amendment rights. I believe in all of that, right? I'm not going to ever tell you who to vote for. That is your decision. I respect black people enough to let you make up your own mind. I'm not Tiffany Cross and Joy Reid and Boulay Martin and them trying to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Because I tell you to do that and then it blows up and then you will come back at me and say, you told me to vote for them and look what happened. I'm not going to take that kind of responsibility. That is not my job to take that responsibility. It is your decision to make. Not listening to me. It's you. You have your own mind. I know some people love when media kind of just guide them to something, but no, you have a mind. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Make your own conscious decision. Look into the issues of all candidates. Do they have anything that you care about? Don't think with emotion. Don't let the Democrat Party make you fearful to force vote for them because, oh boy, the Republicans get in and oh Lord, we gonna be back on the plantation. Listen, anybody do that mess, I'm already turned off because you're not offering me anything to say why you're better than the other guy. Fear mongering don't work. I laugh at fear mongering. I think it's funny. We didn't have Republican presidents. We didn't have Democrat presidents. We didn't have Republican Congress. We had Democrat Congress. And now one of y'all been on a plantation with any party. So please stop. Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.